You'll remember in my recent review video of the new HyperX Cloud 3 gaming headset, I said they were kinda meh and just stick with the HyperX Cloud 2s. But there were a few comments that really caught my attention stating that HP killed HyperX, and more specifically stating that the newer HyperX Cloud 2s being made by HP are of less quality and they kind of chinched out on them compared to the old ones from Kingston. So what I did is I went to my local electronics store, Best Buy obviously, and I went ahead and scooped up a new pair of HyperX Cloud 2s. And just to verify here, I looked on the back of the box or right over here, and you can see this is the version from HP. So I have not even opened this Cloud 2 yet. I wanted to go live and give you guys that raw impressions together here, so there's no sneaky stuff, right? Again, we look on the bottom, it is sealed up, and we're gonna see what is the difference. Are there any differences from the older Cloud 2s, and can we still recommend the Cloud 2s now? Did HP kind of chintz out on them? So let's slide them open here. Again, we've got all of our paperwork, pretty much HyperX branding on everything. You really don't see HP anywhere. You almost got to search for it. All right, so popping it open here, they still give you the cloth pads. Very nice to see that. Coming over to our headset, wire still attached, braided cable. The build, I'll tell you what, first thing in the hand, it feels very, very similar here. Microphone, again, the same. Let's see what our accessories we have down here. So we have, okay, so it's our control box right there with the volume and the 7.1 and our USB. Now here we have the original Cloud 2s. Very old copy here. I already got it out of the box. As you all know, I've used them quite a bit. And this is one difference you can see is the old ones came in this really stylish box. I mean, whatever, a box is a box, right? Again, you got your paperwork, but again, just a really cool presentation popping it out there. By the way, I already got the headset out. You all know I've used the heck out of this here. So there you got your 3.5, you got your microphone, you got your little control box there, the cloth pads, which you saw in the new ones. Now, I used to get this little airplane adapter, HyperX used to call it. No one ever used these things, so who cares about that, right? And then you got this little mesh bag, which you didn't get in the new ones. So in my honest opinion, as far as what you get in the box, I can care less about the bag, and who the heck ever uses this little adapter? Now, what I want to do is take a look at both headsets. Over here on the left, we're going to have the originals, the older Kingston version. Over here on the right, we're going to have the HP version. And I want to see if there are any differences if they chinched out. Now, starting from the core, 3.5 is still attached, but when we pull them up here and look at them, they are a little bit different. You can see the HP one is a little bit shorter. The original one is a little bit longer, which I prefer the short one, honestly, because if you're into a controller, you don't want this long thing just sitting there jabbing you out. The new ones also have HyperX branding on the 3.5 right there. So, I don't know, mild difference, but I do like the shorter 3.5, so it's not sticking out far out of the controller. Now, when we get to the headset and we look this way, you're going to see a difference right out of the gate. That being as far as your ear cup here. You got this metal cover over the original ones. On the new ones here, they are plastic, so a bit different. Also with the coating, the original Kingston ones, you kind of got that rubber matte coating. On the new HP ones here, they're just that regular plastic. And you can also see a slight difference within the forks too, as far as the metal. You see the light really reflecting off this one. You kind of got that, I don't know, kind of lined out aluminum. Again, the camera, there you go. You can see it right there. You kind of see those lines, kind of like that brushed aluminum. Over here, you just have that basic core, kind of painted matte aluminum. But now looking over the headset even more on the headband, as you see, you got that red stitching up there with the HyperX branding. Really nice to see. You got the same plastic brackets into the forks, which you all know was never my favorite type of deal. One difference as well, you can see the microphone. Again, the right is the new HP's, the left is a Kingston. You got that nice notch on the original Kingstons where the mic's going to sit in there pretty good. Over here, you just got that basic oval on the new HP ones. A mild difference right there. I do like the originals, but again, that's nothing that's really gonna make or break us there. Now, some people stated they changed the plastic around on the inside here, and I want to see if it's any different. So when we take this, we're just gonna get it bent over, and it's the exact same. Like coming down to here, Yeah, it's the exact same. I mean, you can see it right there as far as thickness, pretty much the exact same. The only difference is, again, you got the metal on the outside and a plastic on the outside on the new one. Now, talking about the differences of, again, this one having a metal on the ear cup, these being plastic, I do notice the new HPs being very mildly, slightly lighter. So, I don't know. We're going again this live here, so I want to see the difference on the scale. 3.5 just resting on the table. We're getting 290 grams on the old one here. Let's go and get the new ones on here. Again, 3.5 just resting on the table. 284 grams. I thought it was just messing with my head right here. You know, I test many headphones and headsets, so little differences can really shine to me. And I do feel the new ones being a little bit lighter in the hand. What I do want to check here as well is the difference as far as comfort. Now, my old ones have been used significantly. As you all are seeing here, we just unboxed these. So as far as break-in period might be a little bit different. You all know my complaint with the HyperX Clouds is a lack of swivel right there. So I still get that gap in the back. I still get that little bit of pressure up here. Different head shape to head shape, but that's something I've always noticed with the HyperX. Putting these on, yeah, they feel the exact same. The only difference I can tell you is, again, these pads haven't given way at all because they're brand new. Talking about those they have, but again, the pressure's up here, that gap's on the back. But one thing I want to check real quick is also the sound. I'm going to run over to my gaming PC, get a few rounds in, go one to the other here, and see if I can tell a difference with the sound. All right, so that test took me a little longer than I expected. I thought I was going to go over there, fire up a couple rounds, test one to the other, and bam, be done. But no, it did. I had to do quite a bit more testing, like with, say, single weapons. By the way, my testing was with Destiny, because that's a game I play extensively, so I can truly hear sounds to sound and something different, because I'm so used to weapons, abilities, so on and so forth. But again, testing these too, I really had to break out different weapons and stuff like that, and hear different enemies to kind of pick them apart. But yes, at the end of my test, I heard a slight difference. Now, this difference is so mild that I don't even think it's one that can really say, oh, hey, this is bad, or this is great, or so on and so forth. But with the old ones here, I did notice them being a little bit more crispy, right? So I took out a hand cannon in Destiny, and I really heard that snap of the hand cannon in Destiny on the old ones. On the new ones, I still heard it, but it was toned down a little. Maybe like right down here, the old ones were up here, kind of giving you that smack in the face type of sound. That went right along with the bass as well. It was just had a little bit of oomph, a pinch of extra oomph in the background compared to this. Now, I think there's two ways we can also look at that. These are broken in. I've used these so much more. These are fresh out of the box. And that can go right along with the pads as well. Since these have been used, the pads are broken in. They give a little bit more, so the drivers are coming closer to my ears. Over here, again, they still got that fresh out of the box feel, so it's going to keep the drivers away a little bit more. And actually, the third thing that could go into play here is the plastics on these. You got that metal in there, which is going to really lock in that sound, not let it kind of reverberate out of plastic. And you got that rubber coating there, which also can kind of tones down that vibration and that sound escape over here when you got that hard plastic right here, which is going to let it kind of reverberate out there. I think those things are very mild. My honest opinion here is that these have just been used a lot more, so they're broken in and being able to just kind of, that driver's able to breathe a little bit more over here, these being fresh. And like I stated, it is so incredibly mild that it took me a long time to really, I wanted to make sure I had this right before I came in here and said, okay, yeah, this sounds better than this, you know. But it's so mild, like, again, I had to pull out weapons to be able to pinpoint that sound difference. And since we're deep into this test, let's go on and compare the microphones here as well and see if they did any difference. Now, as far as the build and, again, style of the microphone, exact same. They both include that windscreen. It's just that port that's a little bit different. They're both rubber on the bottom. They're both moldable. As you can see on our test, I'm running straight 3.5 because I think that's going to be a fair comparison going from the core source, bam, right in the microphone so we can actually hear if there is a difference between these two microphones. So that was just the old Cloud 2s you were listening to. Now we are hearing the new ones, and I have the microphone just pretty much the exact same distance, being 3 finger lengths from it. I don't know if there's going to be any difference, but I'm just noticing the new one picking up a lot more. I'm talking the exact same right here, and again, I got it at the same distance. As far as, again, the build, pretty much the exact same environment, no difference, plug straight 3.5. Are we hearing a microphone difference from the old ones to the new Cloud 2s? Well, that was interesting and unexpected. The new HyperX Cloud 2s picked up a lot more on the microphone. Again, talking the same. I had them the same distance. We're plugged straight 3.5, no tweaking or nothing. and the new Cloud 2s picked up a lot more. So I think you're gonna have to pull that microphone out a little bit, maybe lower the volume or something like that. But as far as the core sound of the microphone to microphone, I believe they sounded the exact same. It's just this new one picked up a lot more. Now we have two questions we need to answer. After we had a good look over of the old Cloud 2s made by Kingston and now the new Cloud 2s made by HyperX. So our first question is, are the new Cloud 2s still worthy of the old Cloud 2s? And are the old ones better than the new ones? I think we do got to give the win to the old ones. Again, you got that metal right there. You know, I don't know, just that extra coating over it, I think they feel pretty darn nice. But does that mean that they skimped out, and are they cheaping out on the new ones here? No, I really do not think so. I mean, I would have to nitpick to say this is better than that or that is better than that for me to say don't buy the Cloud 2s now. Like, still the new ones here, this is a phenomenal headset. And right now with these around like 70 bucks or whatever you can get them at since the Cloud 3s just came out, this is still a top recommendation. Y'all know I wish they had stinking swivel. That's my big complaint, but heck, that's not changed on either of them right here. But as far as the metal on the ear cups or that coating or the different sound or microphone picking up more, those again are small nitpicky things. The sound is not something that's like, oh my gosh, this is different than that. What both of them did for me is just reiterate how bad the Cloud 3s are compared to either of them, the old 2s or the new 2s. Now, the bigger question we need to answer here is HP killing HyperX. Are they just bringing HyperX down? They bought them, they just want to push out junky products and downgrade it. I personally, and honestly, don't think that's the case. Now, that's a think, right? I have no affiliation with HyperX or HP. I don't work with either of them. All these products I purchased with my own money and doing the test myself here, right? And I don't really see that. Now, HP is a massive company. So, as a tech nerd and a fan of peripherals, I can only look at the bright side, right? That maybe HP is going to push out more products for HyperX on that line, whether it be the mice, the headsets we've seen, keyboards, we haven't seen too much of them yet, but as far as their mice and headsets and microphones, we've seen that kind of stuff, you know? So I think that's great for us gamers and tech nerds to see more products coming out. We want every company to be like Razer that's pumping out new products every month, Logitech and stuff. HyperX and SteelSeries have always been slow release companies, you know? So heck, if we see more products, I think it's a complete win for us. Do I think HP will kind of downgrade it a little bit? I think HP being such a big company, yeah, they're probably looking at the profit, the bottom line every single second of the day, right? So that is the thing. So if they can shave off that metal here and save 5 cents per headset, I could see HP doing something like that. And that is the difference from a small company that's really trying to get their footprint out there compared to a big company that, again, they got the names, right? They want that profit and to really keep pushing it. But again, I don't think that's going to be a deal breaker for HyperX products down the road. But then again, we can kind of flip all that around and go right back to the Cloud 3s, which were an absolute disappointment in my book. So anyways, there we go. Hopefully this test helped you out one way or another. I really wanted to answer those questions, and those are some good questions you guys had, because it really sparked up some interest for me. Hence the reason I scoop up these products and wanted to make this video. So thank you all so much for this great idea. I hope it helped you out with some sort of insight, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.